A very warm morning to everyone. Well, my dear children, I, Sakshi Singh, welcome you all in my English class today. Well, my dear children, from the last few days, or you can say from the last few past months, we have been doing stories, poems, grammar, a lot about. Let's start with some very interesting chapter, or you can say drama. Okay, that is Monkey's Paw, written by William Waymark Jacobs. Now, see, this story actually, you can say it's thriller, it's somewhere horror. Means, you know what, the writer of this drama puts lots of mystery, thrill into it, and yes, suspense as well. So, let's start with, as you all know, that whenever we start literature, we always start with the intro of the author or poet. So here we are doing drama. So I'll give you a very short description about author. Okay. Like the author, you can say he was an English writer who wrote a number of short stories and novels based on his experience of living on a wharf on the river Thames, where his father worked. His first book, Many Cargoes, was a collection of humorous tales of the adventures of mariners and other ship hands. Although much of his work was humorous, it is his chilling horror story, The Monkey's Paw, for which Jacobs is now remembered. It was first published in the year 1902 in the Ghost Stories. Ooh, I know that many of you really love reading and watching horror movies. Aren't you? I am. I love horror movies. Like if you talk about Conjuring, if you talk about Nun, if you talk about It, latest movie you can say, I just simply love that. And I hope that you would also love it. So then the short story was adapted into a one-act play which became popular as well. Well, my dear children, this drama is in 3 parts, 3 scenes, scene 1, scene 2 and scene 3. And what is so mystical about this drama is that you will slowly you will get to know that. So let's start with a very short description of Monkey's Paw. The Monkey's Paw basically is the story of White's family and what happens to them when they get a mystical, magical monkey's paw that has the power to grant 3 wishes. We warn you. Just remember, whenever you get something, you will have to lose something. So, this is a scary story. So, you might want to do it to the maximum. Well, read it while sitting around a campfire. You can arrange campfire, or on a dark, switch off the lights, draw the curtains, story night when you are all alone. Trust me, you will love it. I did it with which movie? I'll tell you that. I did the same thing. I have drawn the curtain, switch off the lights, and just I have, switch on the very dim light, the 0-watt bulb, very dim light I put it. And I watched, it's the most scary movie I have ever seen, that is The Evil Dead Part 1. Trust me, if you put the background and if you put a scene like that, you will love to read and you will love to enjoy when you try to connect it with that. Okay, so let's start with that. So, I have talked about the author, I have talked about the Monkey's Paw introduction. Now, I would request you that let's talk about the summarization of this drama. Okay, so if you talk about, see, I'll start like it's a very short description of what Monkey's Paw, that what it's all about. Okay, in the next video you would be seeing that I would be dealing with a lot more about it, like its theme, setting, then about its background, character analysis, many lots things. Okay, so The Monkey's Paw is set in the White's family home in England. Okay, it begins on a dark and stormy night. So we know we are in for a scary story. The Whites, Mr. and Mrs. White, and their adult son Herbert, I hope that till here it's understood, are inside enjoying a cozy evening around the fire. Soon, Sergeant Major Morris arrives. He has been in the army in India for the past 21 years. He tells the Whites stories of his adventures in that faraway land, shows them a monkey's paw that has the power to grant 3 wishes. Okay, now after that, what happens? Mr. White wants the paw, but Morris tells him that it is cursed. He warned him at the beginning only, that the monkey's paw is the cursed one. So you will have to be a little bit aware and conscious. People get hurt often. Okay. So now he was saying that it's up to you now, that if you are going to ask for the 3 wishes, the consequences you will have to bear. And they did it. Trust me. And towards the end, you will get to know that. Now, he tries to burn the paw in the fire, but he missed Sergeant Major Morris because he was very well aware that the monkey's paw is not good. Okay, but Mr. White snatches it. Okay, but Mr. White snatches it and buys it. After Morris leaves, Mr. White, following Herbert's suggestion, wishes of 200 pounds. 200 pounds? The amount of money need to pay off the bank and own the house outright. Means they were having some debts over there, and the debts itself about, you can say it's 200 pounds. Well, the next morning, Herbert goes off to his work, means like as usual, and Mrs. White watches for the 200 pounds and from where it is going to come. In the afternoon, a fancily dressed man pays the Whites a visit. Means he was in a, you can say that he was in a properly dressed, formal dressed man. And he is from the company, that is, the company's name is Maw and Meggins, where Herbert works. The man tells the Whites that the Herbert has been killed in the machinery accident. Can you imagine? Their only son mangled in machine and he was dead. So the man says that the company takes no blame for Herbert's death but wants to give the Whites some money to help with their loss. And you know what? That what would be the amount of that money? That is 200 pounds. So now I think that till here you get to know that whether that monkey's paw is a curse or it's absolutely the Herbert's death is the consequences, or it's just a coincidence. Now there are 2 terms I'm using here. It's coincidence and consequences. You will get to know, and towards the end we definitely discuss that what do you think, that it's a consequences or it's a coincidence. You can probably guess how much the money, that you know that is 200 pounds. Mrs. White screams, "Whoa!" Yeah. Mr. White faints, full of sadness and over Herbert's death. Means like you can feel that there are only 3 members, Mr. and Mrs. White, and their only son Herbert, and the son who is no more. So Mr. and Mrs. White bury him in the cemetery 2 miles from their home. Okay. One night, Mrs. White gets an idea, means you can say gets a bright idea, not only idea, use those other 2 wishes. They asked for the first wish, that is the 200 pounds. Now they use that monkeys for the other 2 wishes. She shares that plan with her husband. He thinks that it's a very, very bad idea. He could barely look at Herbert's mangled body. Must you know, like if you have seen the movies like Zombies, Okay, like zombies, they walk like this, and take lots of, like hurts, like faces, scratches, and scars are there. So like that, he was thinking, yes. Now, mangled body means you can understand that, you can feel that if he, suppose if he woke up after means dead body and he started talking, and like what he feels about, means like what do you feel at that time. So when he went to identify it, his wife really turns up the heat, though, and caves in. Mr. White pulls out the cursed monkey's paw and Herbert back to life, and wishes Herbert back to life. Nothing happens, as such, nothing happens. So the Whites go back to bed. Soon after, someone or something, you can say, starts pounding on the door. Tick, tick, tuck, tick, tuck, tuck. Mrs. White is sure that it is Herbert because she is a mother, so she can feel that. And he doesn't want his son back to get into his house. He doesn't want. And so he makes the third wish on the monkey's paw. The knocking stops immediately. Mr. White hears Mrs. White open the door. So it means like he hears a scream out in agony because Herbert is not there. He goes out with her and sees that the road is completely empty. So, my dear children, this is all about. This is a summarization of the story, Monkey's Paw, and I hope that you liked it. So, in my second video, or you can say in my another video, you will find the setting, character analysis, everything about this chapter. So, I would request you also, please watch it, listen to it very carefully, just to have an idea that what it's all about. Okay, so let's start with the another set of video where you would have lots more to know about it. Okay. Well, my dear children, after knowing the summary of Monkey's Paw, let's move further and let's talk about more. Like we already know about the author, the introduction. Now the theme. Theme is first is supernatural. Well, do you or don't you believe in the power of the monkey's paw? It's one of the stories like Harry Potter books, where you can say that supernatural forces are at work or not. Means rarely that you can say that whether they really work or not. It is like the monkey's paw is trying to convince us of two conflicting things. Just now we discussed in the summary that what do you think that Herbert's death was just a coincidence or just a consequence of the monkey's paw? Well, you need to think. It means you need to chew, means you need to rack your brain. You need to rack your brain. The paw is fueled by the monkey's anger and vigilance, which makes it possible to wish on it without negative consequences. Or do you think that story ending will prove that the paw's powers were real? Next is death. You know that. In The Monkey's Paw, we watch as the White family is transformed from loving trio into grief stricken duo with the death of their only son, that is Herbert. And all it's related to that monkey's paw. The loss of a loved one is one of the hardest things in life to deal with. The monkey's paw can be seen as a story about how one family deals with the death of their last living son and the frightening possibility that he could be brought back to life. For Mrs. White, death is the worst possible fate for her son, and she would prefer him alive, no matter the cost. Mr. White, on the other hand, seems to believe that there is a fate worse than death for his son, being some kind of mangled, undead monster. Then again, you think. The writer uses the genre of horror literature to explore a serious issue in society, actually. That is the unsafe working condition in factories, which often result in the injury or death. And it is not very, it's not very, very, it's very, it's not very uncommon. It's very common. Mr. White spends his third wish to make sure Herbert is dead again, and he does this for Herbert's sake. When when Mr. White wishes Herbert that he does this for his wife's sake, then it is fate and free will. Are the Whites responsible for the bad things? What do you think? You will get to know once you will read the story and once the explanation would be there. They helpless victims. They are just like a helpless victims of fate, destiny to suffer, or is it a combination? When we look closely at the monkey's paw, it's full of questions. How much power people have over the direction of their lives? Do you think that do we control our life? How many of you think that do we control our life? Or there is a person who is sitting there, that particular person controls our life. You know what? That I love this drama because it's very relatable. Because what I personally think is that the world is a stage, and we are all the puppets. We are all the actors and actresses that follow his rules. So this story is all about how we make choices because ultimate it decides our fate. Think of Mr. White. He decides he wants to keep the paw, but it's Herbert who suggests the first wish and Mrs. White his second one. So he seems to make his second wish against his will. Maybe you can say he knows it could be disastrous, but he does it anyway. Either because he can't say no to his wife or because he wants to please her. So his final wish, whatever it is, could be seen as a sign that his character is getting stronger and stronger. And he is learning to take control of his life and to make good, careful choices on his own. Now, then again, you need to think about it. Fear of seeing Herbert back from the dead forces Mr. White to start making decisions on his own? Or do you think? Even if Mr. White had wanted to resist the paw, he would have no choice but to wish on it. Family, yes, at the center of the monkey's paw is a fight family made up of Mr. and Mrs. White and their adult son, Herbert. The loving home is disrupted by the arrival of the monkey's paw and Herbert's subsequent death. Morris initially warned him, but you know that nobody heard that. Nobody can, just sense the danger, the upcoming danger, or you can the impending danger. So again, think about it. Without Herbert, the Whites will never feel like a family again. Do you really think? Just think about it. Give it a think. What is the analysis now? The analysis, you can say the tone of the means like if somebody asks you that what is the tone of the means this story, it's sympathetic with a hint of mischief. And what is actually tone? It's an author's attitude towards his characters and subject matter. We have to make guesses about the tone based on the author's writing. Setting. Setting its place, it's a laburnum villa somewhere in England around 1902. Okay. The first section of the story covers a single night in the Whites' lives, and the second section covers the following day. The third section happens at night and 10 days after Herbert dies. Then it's a Moy and Meggins. I say in the summarization only, I told you the Moy and Meggins is the name of the company where Herbert works. What is the plot? See, this is quite interesting. Like I can say, initial situation where it started growing. Okay, a happy family to a sad family, an isolated cottage, and a mysterious visitor. Think upon it. Conflict to wish or not to wish. See, all these things. It's though the explanation are already there, but still, at towards the end, we would discuss with you on conflict to wish or not to wish. And sometimes it happens with like, do you think should I ask for or shouldn't? Should I want it or shouldn't I? Means you need means that is this two or not to, two or not to, two or not to. I think that most of you faced this situation in your life. Complication now that the wish has already been made. So will it come true? 200 pounds, Herbert's death, coincidence, consequences. Think upon it. Then climate, Herbert is in a fatal accident. Again, the exact amount Mr. White wished for. And he got it, but at the cost of his only son Herbert's death. So, dear children, it's a lot about it. I tried to make it simplify because with all this stuff, you might be having an idea that what it's all about, and it would be very easy for you to understand the story. So the next part, definitely I would bring you with the explanation of the story with some expressions, gestures, and of course you would love it. Then you can say it's suspense also. Will Herbert come to life? What do you think? Is wishing for that even a good idea? Miss, all these questions I only ask you once we are done with this chapter. Mr. White uses his third and final wish, and Mr. and Mrs. White walk outside in search of his only son, that is the Herbert. Now they talk about character analysis. It's a character analysis, or you can say character sketch of Mr. White, who is the elderly man. Okay, and he was just about the boss. His role is very major, you can say. Then Mrs. White, she is a strong woman, and you can say that she is a dominating woman also. Okay. Herbert White, yes, the possible transfer, not much about is being given here, but still, whatever it's I have, gathered from this drama, I have written here. So I would request you that you can please note it down these character analysis in your copy, and definitely because it can come in exam. Okay. So my dear children, I hope that you would like it and just wait. I will bring some the explanation of the chapter. Definitely. So till then, take care. Enjoy your day. Bye bye, everyone.